right, it's another beautiful Monday morning. Today, the 17th day of August 2026. You're on to Wells Radio, 89.3 FM, your preferred awesome radio. Right now, it is another time for a fresh edition of Perspective Unlimited on your favorite radio station. I am Kunle Olowu, and usually I don't do this alone. In the studio with me this morning is Chukwu Emeka Monachiso. Good morning, Chukwemeka.
Good morning, Kunle. I wanted to say Tolu.
I even thought you were going to say Toby. I said, that's my other name too. Anyway, how was the weekend? I'm sure
it was fine. The weekend was very fine, and we thank God for His mercies.
Okay.
And we expected as a rainfall.
Yeah, according to the weather reports we have been getting there, they're supposed. But I mean, there are no rainfalls, but the weather has been cool.
Very, very.
It's been very cool.
And it's making a lot of people sick.
Yes, including me. I like to take you a little bit on sports. I know you're not a big fan.
I'm not.
And I'm trying to make you become an Arsenal fan by fire by force.
I won't be a fan to any sports group, but I will enjoy the game.
Okay.
You know what put me off
from
watching football? It has a long story. I was in secondary school. A friend of mine, good friend, and he went to watch Enugu Rangers match in the stadium. This guy died while sitting down.
Whoa.
People didn't know he was dead. It was when people were leaving
that he realized that
he was dead. Excitement. So
that is
since
really
then,
sad.
Anything that will trigger, I stay away from it.
Well, it's not that deep, Sha.
It's deep.
Yeah. I was trying to see if I can congratulate Arsenal fans for winning the Community Shield yesterday. I am an Arsenal fan, so yes, I'm always proud to say it. But now back to Perspective Unlimited this morning. We are going to be looking at three newspapers today as usual. We have the Punch newspaper right in front of me. We also have the Nigerian Tribune. And the last paper we'll be reviewing this morning is the Guardian newspaper. Now moving quickly to the front page of the Punch newspaper this morning. The largest caption on that one, as we all expect, has to do with the Osun poll victory. Adeleke extends olive branch. APC Malls Tribunal challenge. There are three rider stories to that. Tinubu hails Adeleke, commends INEC security agencies for credible poll. Atiku Obi Kwakwanso salutes governor on re-election, congratulates Osun voters. And lastly, APC says tribunal will be explored as lawyers review poll results from 332 wards. All of those stories you can find on page 2 of the Punch newspaper this morning. Moving on to page 31, as seen on the front page of the Punch newspaper, Tinubu bets on PH Warri refinery despite Obasanjo's doubts. And moving on to other stories now, El Rufai denied family access and sues 10 billion damages for ICPC. That story is on page 8 of the Punch newspaper this morning. There is also a picture of re-elected Governor Adeleke jubilating with friends and family. Also, just by the side of that, there is the total breakdown of the local governments and the scores that the Accord Party and the APC actually got in all of those local governments to result into a total of 511,067 for the Accord Party and 444,815 for the APC. Now moving on to other stories on page 31. Banks, fintech flags 42,082 suspicious transactions to NFIU. An Osun woman found dead with served head inside church. That story is on page 5. And those are the stories you can find on the front page of the Punch newspaper this morning. Now moving on to the front page of the Nigerian Tribune this morning, the largest caption, also still on the Osun Post, how Adeleke won. And there are six different writer stories to that. Roles of resolute Osun people, withheld LG fund salaries and pensions, and also influence of Deji Adeleke, Davido, and others. The Omishore Ife Oshobo connection. Tinubu says his victory confirmed electorate confidence in him. And also Atiku, Obi, Makinde, PDP, others congratulate him. And while jubilation in many towns, we are studying election results. That is according to the APC. And Adeleke dedicates victory to God. Osun people reiterate support for Tinubu. Those stories you can find on pages 3, 22, 23, and 28 of the Nigerian Tribune this morning. Now, ASU clears 2 varsities for strike over failed 2025 agreement. That story is on page 26. And on page 14, top 5 transactions that attracted withholding tax in Nigeria. And on page 24, El Rufai sues ICPC for allegedly denying his family access to him. That story you can find on page 24. Just like we have on the front page of the Punch newspaper, there's also a picture here of Adeleke, his family, his son, visibly seen here, and other well-wishers jubilating with him after he was announced the winner and returning governor of Osun State. Also by the side, we have the breakdown of the local governments, and this time we have the results of Accord, APC, and also the ADC, well stated here. Now moving on to other stories. Accord, AAC, SDP presidential candidates joined forces against Tinubu. The rider story to that, Ashim Swan Adebayo demand release of Nnamdi Kanu. That story you can find on page 22. And on page 26, NADDC, NYSC flag of a CNG retrofueling training for 300 core members nationwide. And on page 26, again, CSOs warns against further delay in transmitting state police bill to the states. Now over to the front page of the Guardian newspaper this morning. The largest caption on the Guardian: opposition's victory relieves people's power, raises a stake for APC in 2027. That story is on page 6. And other stories now: BOI's maiden development bond oversubscribed in 5 days. Olashukwu credits President Tinubu with defeat. That story is on the front page and continued on page 2 of the Guardian newspaper this morning. EFCC recovers $60 million in ongoing Nest Oil investigation. That story also can be found on the front page of the Guardian newspaper this morning. Moving on to other stories now. Gunmen kill 4 in Benue as troops repel attack on Borno military base. That story is on page 9. And also on page 9, El Rufai files fresh 10 billion naira suit against ICPC for allegedly denying family access to him. Stop blaming past governments for refineries wars. Atiku tells Tinubu. That story is on page 3. And still on page 3 on Osun Post, Makinde, NGF, ADC, others congratulates Adeleke. That story, like I said, is on page 3. And on page 8, ministries partner state private sector on livestock transformation. That story is on page 8. And then still on page 8, ASU rallies FG to lecturers' grievances, welfare demands. And on page 3, and finally, resident doctors unveil new work regulations to check burnout. Those are the stories you can find on the front page of the Guardian newspaper this morning. Now digging deep into the stories that we have looked at on the headlines of newspapers this morning. We'll start off with the Punch newspaper and the caption that reads, Adeleke extend Odi's branch, APC Malls Tribunal challenge. Now this report as seen on the Punch newspaper, Governor Ademola Adeleke has appealed for peace and unity in Osun State after his re-election, even as the All Progressive Congress weighs its legal options after losing Saturday's governorship election. Adeleke was declared winners of the poll by the Independent National Electoral Commission after polling 511,067 votes to defeat the APC candidate Bola Oyebamiji, who scored 444,815 votes. The governor won 19 of the state's 30 local government areas, while Oyebamiji won 11. INEC declared Adeleke the winner after he secured victory in 19 of the state's 30 local government areas, while Oyebamiji won in the remaining 11 council areas. The declaration made by the state returning officer, Professor Joshua Ogunwale, the Vice Chancellor of the Federal University, Oyekiti, came on Sunday, confirming Adeleke's rerun for a second term in office. Now, I know that in the build-up to this election in Ekiti, a lot had happened. Remember, we heard the story about the secretary to the state government of Ekiti was arrested at some point, saying that a cash was found in his house and a particular notorious person that they have been looking for. We've heard of different things. The account was frozen at some point. Adeleke shouted, we've been hearing that there are plans to rig the election, and everybody thought that the election was going to be a total disaster, in the build-up to it. But on Saturday, even as we monitored here on Wells Radio 89.3 FM, we discovered that the election actually went relatively smoothly, and it seems like the will of the people was actually reflected in the eventual results. Now, Mr. Chukwuemeka, I would like to find out, what do you think? Do you think INEC is actually getting it right? Because you remember that this is the second election that is taking place in Nigeria this year. First being the election that took place in Ekiti State, and then now that we are seeing the one also in Osun State, and both we can say that the choice of the people was actually reflected in the results. Now, can we say that maybe a lot of people are just misjudging the ruling power of saying that they are trying to force INEC to bend to their own will? Because that has not been reflected in the results I've seen in both polls. Now, what is your take on this?
Let me tell you something, Kunle. If you ask me, the election may seem to have gone smoothly well, but don't forget that people lost their lives. According to reports, though unverified, about 28 people were killed. Do you call such election a free and fair election in terms of cost of human lives? I don't. those 28 Nigerians that were killed because of election, are they supposed to have been killed? So if we look at the jubilation and everything, the families where these people come from, do you think they'll be jubilating? That their loved ones went with the election? No. We still have a long way to go. A long way. When we do election in this country and no life is lost, that's when I will tell you, Kunle, that we have got it right. But as far as people are still being killed, we have not got it right. Because people are not supposed to die in every election cycle. But let me say something. Osun people is not INEC. It's not INEC, it's not the president that made it happen. Osun people refused to vote with their stomachs, just like their Ekiti counterparts who scrambled for loaves of bread thrown at them. There are a lot of people helped the ruling party to lose that election. Number one was the EFCC. Prior to the election, you froze the account of the state government. The president unfroze it. Scene one. Scene two, Senator Fadawunsi came up with his jaded, with uncomplimentary remarks about killing people. Arike, the woman that shared rice with the causes. People collected the rice, collected the money. And in fact, Ekiti people and Osun people, I celebrate them. Now we have one Mr. Adenigba, who also vomited inanities from his own part of town. Then we have the cleric who said nobody should cross gutter to come and vote for Accord Party. Then we have, there's one big talk there. I think they call him Big Hammer. All these people helped to demarcate that party. Osun people now came out and said, oh, since we are making this kind of uncompliment, we are going to stand for it. You see, Kunle, when people stand together, there's no amount. And you know one thing I discovered? Osun people came out en masse. Despite all the threats, they came out. Look at what happened in Modakeke. They all trooped out. When people troop out, there is no room for rigging. You can't rig. And every atmosphere was created for people to run away. Osun people didn't run away. You brought the money, they collected it. They were even showing it. And yet voted for a candidate. That is the best thing to do. Collect the money, vote for who you want to vote for. Or no cause will work against you. And they demonstrated it. Kudos to Osun people. It's not INEC. The people overwhelmed every instrument of rigging. The people came out and you saw how they followed to INEC office. How the masses trooped to INEC office. How can you rig in that kind of... They will lynch you. You can't do anything funny. Because they came out. Why they risk is that people vote and go home. And say, I think I have voted. It is not people that vote that win election. It is people that count it. People that count the vote, the ballots are people that determine who wins, not people that vote. Osun people decided to wait and see how the things will be counted. And that is what I'm envisaging that will happen in 2027, because it is against the people. Now, they have proved that governors and senators don't win election. Relying on them to win election is a fallacy. And let me tell you something again. God's will Abibio, Senate President, and a whole host of all the dignitaries from Abuja, they even irritated Osun people. They made them angry. Their presence cast a bad aura on APC. And the people said, oh, these people are coming here to witness, and they voted against them. So many things contributed. The presence of these people that would have, they thought that they are coming to help this man to win. They didn't know that their presence became an irritation to Osun people. And they vowed that these people will go back to Abuja disgraced. That's why they came out. Because you don't go there, if you are doing the right thing, people seeing you will even sway their vote. But you went there in solidarity, and that solidarity became a source of shame. People said, oh, these people are here because of, okay, we are going to show you with our vote. They didn't vote with their stomach. Unlike Ekiti counterparts who voted with their stomach. You saw them now, collecting bread. Osun people collected rice, collected the money, and yet they voted for their candidate.
But you know that, let us look at it critically. Like you said in Ekiti, they collected bread. There is still no evidence to show that they didn't vote.
My brother, there's no way to explain away these things. These people, Osun people, we saw the woman that was sharing. Why was she not arrested? Do you know how many security personnel? Over 30,000. Over 30,000 security personnel in Osun State.
But is it unconstitutional Is it unconstitutional to, share gifts to people?
It's wrong now to at that point, it's vote buying. But why were they not arrested? Why were they not arrested? They were not arrested because they believe that the power that be will protect them. And yet, people collected it and voted against them. That's what I'm saying. And that's what we are going to see in 2027. If you bring elephants to my house, I will collect the elephants, tie it at the back of my house, and vote against you.
Okay, so if it is illegal to share whatever it is, it's called vote buying, is it not illegal for such to be collected as well?
Why did you give it to me?
And then why did you collect it?
Why will I not collect it? Did I beg you? For the fact that you gave it to me means that you are not even worthy of my vote. Because you are going there as a business. The man who didn't look, Kunle, I in fact, Osun people made me proud. I was watching everything, and the people, the resilience of the people, the way they came out. Imagine how all Nigerians we do behave like Osun people. My brother, it will be difficult to rig election. And even if INEC had something else in mind, people will even overwhelm you.
Okay, so let's look at the figures. Accord Party had over 511,000 votes, and the APC had over 444,000 votes. Now, if we look at it, the margin is not extremely wide. If the margin was very, very wide, we could have said that, okay, there is no room for rigging. But here, the margin is not extremely wide. It's not even up to 100,000. And yet, the president called Adeleke, who is the leader of the APC, as supposedly seen, immediately called the Accord Party candidate to congratulate him. Does it not feel like the politics in Nigeria has moved beyond trying to bully now? Because, okay.
Don't say it. They still bully people. The issue is that there is no way you can do it. There's no way. Remember that all eyes were on INEC and the ruling party. There is no way at that point in time you can do otherwise. That was why quickly everybody started congratulating the winner. You can't ascribe the winning to the president no, it is the people that won.
Even though Oyebamiji has not congratulated yet. He's weighing legal options.
Who cares? Let him go legal option. Who cares about his? I'm not a member of Accord Party, but I stand with the people of Osun State. Let me even tell you something, Kunle. It is not. I've told you who demarketed the ruling party. There are many people that demarketed them. That senator that came out and was talking rubbish that killed. You think people were not listening? The one that came and said that he spoke in Yoruba language, that was not what he meant. Does it mean that people we are talking to, are they Fulani or Igbo people that don't understand the language? You are speaking to your people. And you remember it is your people that will be killed, not people from outside. I say kill them.
Let's talk about...
When they finish killing your people, your own people, your own blood, when they finish killing them because of election, who are you going to rule? So the issue is that many things demarketed the ruling party. And it has happened also nationally. Let me even tell you something, Kunle. Do you know that this statement made by Sheikh Yahya Jingi, if I tell you what he has created, and the ruling party has not come out to disown that man, they have created a lot of problem. I'm telling you honestly. You imagine coming out to say Christians are infidels, that Nigeria is a Muslim country, a Muslim is right, and the ruling party has not been able to caution this man and tell him that stop saying though. This man is already demarketing the ruling party. I'm telling you, I receive calls from my place, and I know what people are saying. So we that voted for so because we are... You know what I'm saying? Exactly that's what happened in Osun State. When you made all those nasty statements, you think people will buy into it and still come and give your party vote. They demarketed the party.
Okay, so let's talk about party now, because you said the party was demarketed.
Highly demarketed.
Now let's talk about party popularity. Ademola Adeleke won on the platform of the Accord Party. He won on the platform of PDP when he contested his first term. We can say then that PDP is quite popular. So let us even say a lot of people believe that he rode on the popularity of the party to win the first election. But now, do you think politics in Nigeria is going beyond party popularity and going into the individuals?
No.
Because right now, a lot of people want to believe that Adeleke probably would have won with any platform that he was put on. Even if he was put on people I like you platform, if anything like that exists, he probably will still win this election, because it is not about the party this time for Adeleke. It seems like it is about the personality, and it seems that we have been seeing that play in some of the elections that has held in Nigeria. People vote for the individuals now, not necessarily the party. Do you think that Nigeria is gradually shifting into that era of not actually judging people by what they can do and not the popularity of your party?
No. You see, Kunle, if we go that route, we're making a mistake. Adeleke won based on performance also, and the party. You can't rule them out. Not just party. If your party is people cannot love your party without your performance. It is what you have done. I'm not living in Osun State, but a lot of friends that I have there told me what that man has done. The roads are and everything, and the workers there, the workers, how he has been able to meet their demands. So it's not just about the party. If you have all the party and you are not performing, people will vote against you. And two things combined, the accord, three things. Let me say three things. The people that went. The people that opened that opened their mouth and were vomiting rubbish before the election, the performance of people that came from Abuja in solidarity, thinking that their presence will sway as voters, they became an irritant, and people that even said a mouthful. Now, Adeleke did a lot in Osun State, and his party also. People saw it. Oh, you want to humiliate and bully them? Now we will show you that we will stand with them. It is the people that won, and Adeleke's performance in Osun State. Yes, people.
So Adeleke's performance still points to the fact that they voted individual, because, like I said, Accord Party does not have any governor in Nigeria.
They don't have,
apart from Osun State. They don't have any governor in Nigeria. So we can authoritatively say that Accord Party is not extremely popular.
It's not about the popularity of the party. That's what I'm telling you.
That's what I'm saying. That it is now about the individual.
And the performance
and the performance, yes.
It's about the individual and the performance of that individual.
And so you think Nigeria is moving from party politics now, because it's looking like the people would follow you to any party you
people
go
will not follow
if
you.
If you have a good personality.
Let me tell you something. You see, I said something when we started this conversation, that relying on governors and senators, they don't win election again. If you rely on all the governors and all the people will still vote who they want to vote for. You can't stop that. You have the governors, you have the senator, you have all of them. People will still come out with their voters card and put it into the ballot of somebody who they believe in. Not because you have governors or senators. It doesn't win election again. Osun people have demonstrated it. Look at the big wigs that came to Osun State. You saw all of them. Look at how they came. They swamped on Osun State, believing that, our coming here will make it. And Oyebamiji banked on that. He lost as woefully. You can't win.
Okay, so I would like to ask you this, then we'll go on a quick commercial break. Do you think that Adeleke's victory and Tinubu's response could actually set a positive example for other political leaders in future elections in Nigeria? Now, I want you to ponder on that. And let us go on a quick commercial break. When we come back, we will start off from there. You're still on to Wells Radio 89.3 FM, your preferred awesome radio. Perspective Unlimited is a program you are listening to. My name is Kunle Olowu, and I'm in the studio with Chukwuemeka Monachi. So we will go on a quick commercial break. When we come back, second half of Perspective Unlimited will begin. Stay tuned.
89.3 FM, your preferred wholesome radio.
Thinking of an all-in-one digital platform that fits your lifestyle and makes everyday payments simple, reliable, and fast?
Oh, wow. Yes, please.
Allow me introduce you to BillStation, your one-stop digital payment solution for individuals and businesses. Built to simplify payments and services for millions across Africa. With BillStation, you can buy cheap airtime and data, pay electricity bills, send money instantly, make online payments, and book flights and hotels. Enjoy our overseas airport pickup services, interstate bus ticket sales, and event tickets. All on Bill Station. Fast, simple, reliable.
Wow, that's amazing.
Visit www.thebillstation.com. Download the Bill Station app on the Apple App Store or Android Google Play and get welcome bonuses when you sign up. Enjoy fast customer support and a seamless user experience every time. Get in touch with us today.
Email thebillstation175@gmail.com or sales@thebillstation.com.
WhatsApp 091 6858 Bill Station. Your world, your money, one station.
How long will it take you to confirm payment? I have been waiting for the past 1 hour.
I'm so sorry. Our network is slow. I will just run out of data.
Same excuse yesterday. It is unacceptable, please. You better switch to One Data Internet Service.
One Data?
Yes, One Data. One Data is an internet service provider with the best alternative and solution for unlimited speed. One Data provides fast and reliable internet service to organizations, homes, and places of interest in Nigeria. With One Data, you get to enjoy the premium internet service with dedicated unlimited internet speed at all times, 24/7 fantastic customer service and support, and you enjoy a 1-month free subscription when you make payment. Now is the time to say goodbye to downtimes. Sign up with One Data today on 0811 223 2671 or visit www.onedata.ng for more inquiries. One Data, unlimited speed.
Are you hungry for something delicious? Food that feels like home but tastes like pure luxury? Then welcome to Honeydew Restaurant, where every meal is made to make you smile. From our smoky jollof to rich ofada sauce to a variety of delicious soups like egusi, eforiro, and more, paired with your favorite proteins and hot, freshly made swallows, all made for you to enjoy. We also handle bulk orders in liters, fresh and ready whenever you need it. We deliver it to your doorstep. At Honeydew, it's not just the food, it's the feel. With our beautiful ambience, perfect for your romantic dates, family outings, or your quiet, relaxing evening escape. Join us every last Friday of the month at 7 p.m. for karaoke night with Jayola and enjoy music, games, food, drinks, and free mocktails and cocktails as you sing your hearts out. Visit us at Plot 42, Block 8, Alaafin Avenue, beside Wells Radio, Oluyole Estate, Ibadan. For your doorstep delivery or inquiries, call or WhatsApp 0814-691-6635, 0814-691-6635. Honeydew Restaurant, where every meal is made to make you smile.
Boost your business with Wells Radio 89.3 FM. In a competitive world of business, strategic brand and product positioning is key to growth. Don't remain unseen in the shadows. Shine a spotlight on your brand with Wells Radio 89.3 FM today. Why Wells Radio? We are your state's #1 family radio station. We connect with the heart of families in your state. As the smallest unit of the society, families trust Wells Radio for quality content and information. Visit us today along Alaafin Avenue, Oluyole Estate, Ibadan. Our white and blue building just before Sharp Corner ensures your business won't go unnoticed. Advertise with us today. Call our marketing office on 0903 936 8185. Call Toby on 0803 509 3394. Ayo on 0706 840-7359. Take the leap today. Let Wells Radio 89.3 FM be the megaphone for your business success. You won't regret it.
89.3 FM, your preferred wholesome radio.
All right, you are welcome back to the second half of Perspective Unlimited on Wells Radio 89.3 FM, your preferred awesome radio. Before we went on that quick commercial break, we were talking about Adeleke's victory and the jubilation across Osun State. Before we go back to the question I was asking Chukwuemeka in the studio, I would like to now leave the phone lines open for the listeners at home to be a part of this show. If you want to give your 2 cents on what we are talking about, feel free to call the studio line on 091 6893 1000. 091 6893 1000. You can also call 091 5333 4893. 091 5333 4893 or 0911 333 We have a caller on the line. Hello, good morning. What is your name? Where are you calling us from?
Ruth calling from Alakia.
Ruth from Alakia, you have the floor.
Yes, sir. No, the just concluded Osun election really shows that the people are becoming more wiser and more political aware, because they refuse to be intimidated or frightened by a desperate political party. So if Nigeria can show the same courage and unity in 2027, I believe we can achieve the change we want. And I commend INEC and the security agencies for working their success. Good morning.
Thank you very much for your contribution. So now I think the common thing everybody is saying is that INEC has done well, and that the security agencies too actually did well. And most significantly, a lot of people are commending President Bola Tinubu for actually calling Adeleke personally to congratulate him, even though some people still have some reservation, because even Adeleke still openly said that he's still supporting Tinubu.
That is for him as a person.
For him as a person, that he's still supporting Tinubu.
He's free to support.
Of course, he's absolutely
free to support whoever he wants to support.
But what I'm asking now is that the victory and Tinubu's response, do you think he can actually set a positive example for other political leaders in future elections in Nigeria?
I don't understand what you mean by Tinubu's response.
I mean, like calling him.
Is he not supposed to call him?
But I mean, he's the leader of the APC.
Then being a leader, does this stop him from calling a winner? No,
so excuse me. That's what I'm saying.
That's where we have.
That is the right thing to do. Yeah, but what I'm saying is that we know in the politics that is being played in Nigeria, usually the opposition parties don't do such.
That is why we are primitive in our own kind of politics.
The question now is that it is a good thing that Tinubu has done, because that's the right thing for him to do.
Look. You see why the country is in a mess. When we elect people and they pay salary, we thank them for paying salary. What are they supposed to be doing?
Last week,
are they not supposed to pay salary? Excuse me. Okay.
Hello, good morning. What is your name? Where are you calling us from? Good morning, Mr. Okarafo. You have the floor.
Yeah. Osun election have come and go. Mr. President called the governor. Jonathan called Buhari. There is no big deal there. This is a game. It's either you win
or you lose.
But one thing has to be established. The people of Osun refused to go home. They defended their vote. And the Adeleke is not going to disappoint them. Now Nigeria should learn from there. Good morning.
Thank you very much for your contribution. So Nigeria should learn from there.
So that's what I'm saying. Yes. So he has no choice but to call the man and congratulate him. He may not mean it or he will mean it, but he has to. That's the normal thing to do. So I don't want a situation where we create a situation where somebody will do what is expected to do. We clap hand. What are you expected to do? It's not to thank him. Call the person and say, "Oh, congratulations." That's the normal thing. So because we have normalized abnormalities. That's why when people do what they're supposed to do, we see it as an object of testimony. No, he has done what he's supposed to do as the president. So it doesn't call for clapping of hands.
Hello, let's quickly take this call. Hello, good morning. What is your name? Where are you calling us from?
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
This is Adionke from Muslim.
Adionke from Muslim, you have the floor.
Yeah, concerning Osun election, congratulations to you. Governor Adeleke for his election. So it shows that the people were actually ready for change. And despite the intimidation that they gave these people, they still stood their ground and vote for their conscience, which is a good one. So it shows Nigerians are actually ready for change. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for your contribution.
So concerning what you said about Adeleke saying he's still standing with Tinubu, yes, he has the right to do that. There was a particular governor in the southeast who moved from one political party to the other. Nobody moved with him. He moved alone. The people because you are if you want to. That's why I said in the beginning that relying on governors and senators doesn't win election anymore. You understand? Because you are moving. You are Kunle. You move on your own. Nobody will move with you. And Nigerians are getting to that level.
Let's quickly take this call. Hello, good morning. What is your name? Where are you calling us from?
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Thank you, sir. Benjamin calling from Apata.
Yeah, you have the floor.
We thank God that the Osun State election has come and gone. But we want to, personally, I want to appreciate Mr. President because he made a statement, and the statement really dealt tension in Osun State. He said that the vote of the people must count. And there was no interference from Mr. President. So initially, we are thinking there was a signal showing that Mr. President is trying to do otherwise. But at the initial stage, we understand the fact that Mr. President was actually neutral. So that is the reason why I'm giving it to Mr. President. And secondly, APC, they made serious mistake. I'm not into any party, but I'm just trying to dissect what really happened in the Osun State election. APC is the cause what really happened to them. Number one, when Adeleke is the choice of the people, and during his first tenure, he was governor under PDP platform. He won the election under PDP platform. And now when there was an issue under PDP, he went to APC. And in APC, they didn't want to allow him to become their governorship candidate. It is this same Oyetola that promised APC big weeks that is going to deliver Osun State Osun State without Adeleke. And Tinubu said something. He said people love Adeleke in Osun State, and now the rest is history now. So that's number one reason. And number two reason is that Adeleke is widely accepted in Osun State. The love of people is in his heart. And as far as Omishore was also not being carried along, he called her at the initial stage. Omishore wanted to have to relinquish his candidacy of being a governorship candidate, and he said he's going to give it to Oyetola. Now along the line, it's allowing Oyetola. So in conclusion, APC is really dug the grape by themselves. But I want to advise Governor Adeleke that he should not turn the face of the people to the wall in the second term, because in this part of the country, second term governorship, they don't always do much more when it comes to delivering the goodwill or the goodness of the democracy to the people. But we can only pray for the governor that God will give him the grace to succeed in the second term. Thank you very much, and have a nice day.
Thank you very much for your contribution, and good morning. Okay, so with all of that being said, Adeleke has won, INEC has declared, the president has called and congratulated, but still, Oyebamiji is yet to call and congratulate Adeleke, which means that maybe the drama is not over yet. And also, we saw Oyebamiji saying that he might explore legal options. Before I continue, let's quickly take this call. Hello, good morning. What is your name? Where are you calling us from?
Good morning, West Radio.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Radio May.
Yes, sir.
We want to thank God for the wishes of people come to pass. And your effort and your contribution and the contributions of many made this impossible. So let us thank God for the whole thing. We did not record any killing or any death.
None confirmed.
So thank you very much for your effort. Continue to do your good work. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your contribution, sir. Yes, so we are saying now that there is a chance that the APC might explore legal actions. Now, how likely is it that a legal challenge could actually alter the outcome of the result declared by INEC?
Well, he has every right to go to court. You understand? I won't comment on that. Let him take his grievances to the temple of justice, and let's see what happens in that temple.
Okay, so until that happens before, so now, moving away from that and looking deeply into what a lot of people have said, that maybe APC didn't do well, they should have allowed this, they should have allowed that. So is there anything you think the APC or any of the opposition party could have done to sway the vote of the people against Adeleke? Is there anything? Or because it seems like everybody are trying to say that maybe there is a chance APC would have won if they had done, maybe if the party was not demarcated, maybe if all of those things. If all of those things didn't happen, is it still possible that APC could actually?
No. There's no way it would have happened. Adeleke, like I told you.
So what's the essence of people now saying that APC did that? Maybe APC didn't do anything wrong.
No. They did a lot of things wrong. I've enumerated them here. EFCC started the drama.
Let's quickly take this call before you give your position. Hello, good morning. What is your name and where are you calling us from?
Oh, yeah, good morning, Mr. Radio.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, my brother, welcome. I'm calling from my work.
Yeah.
Typical maker, good morning, sir.
Yeah, good morning, my brother.
Yeah, thank you, my brother. God bless you, sir. This is for me, in the whole of all this, it is Nigerians that have just lost, not just Adeleke alone. Our democracy is thriving. And shows that there might be light at the end of the tunnel for our democracy in this country. How do I mean? Can you ever imagine that people are evolving? Our electoral decision is involving Nigeria. It is now getting clearer that it's no longer business as usual for political parties. That people now tend to take their voting direction in the direction of candidates rather than the party. I think you understand. Adela is by far more popular than Ambo, whoever APC may have presented. And that is what has just reflected in the voting pattern in the state. Of course, both parties spent hugely vote, kind of advocates spent, APC countries. So at the end of the day, people took their card. If we quickly permitted to say this, when you know that our democracy is wasn't in that, about a week before that election, people had thought that, will people come out to vote? Will this, will that? So can you imagine over 1 million votes recorded in that Osun state? So it shows that people are determined, people are resolute, and it's an indication that just in government, even at the presidential level, we should and think that and know that Nigerians cannot be taken for granted. Thank you very much. People now look for more for party, for candidates rather than the party. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your contribution, sir. Thank you very much. Okay, yes. So you are going to land the point.
No, you're asking me a question. You have not concluded.
Okay, yes. So I was asking that. Do you think that there's anything that the APC could have done to actually sway the vote in favor of?
No, there's nothing. It was a dicey situation. And let me even tell you something. Like my friend,
Mr.
Salami just said, Adeleke is popular in Osun State. And he performed also.
Yes.
Not just being popular. You can be popular without...
Arguably, yes.
You can be popular without doing anything. People will still not vote for you.
You might even be popular for the wrong reason.
Yes. So he is popular and he performed according to those living in Osun State. So you brought in somebody that they didn't know. Oye Bamiji, people is not too popular in Osun State. And simply because he was nominated by Oyetola, the former... everything, just like I told you, everything played against the ruling party. And Ademola had it. He had a good day, and the people were behind him. All the things they did in order to sway the voters, and it didn't work. And do you know one thing I'm so happy about? Nigerians are evolving. I'm so glad that big wigs coming to a state will even make them angry. So if they had not even come to Osun State, probably some people would have even voted for Ambo. But their presence even annoyed the people. So you are coming here to I like that.
Anyway, now let's move away from Osun State elections. But before we do that, let us also congratulate the governor, the re-elected governor of Osun State.
And we are going to dance again.
Yes, we are going to dance.
I love that dancing stuff.
Let us congratulate him for winning the Osun State election, and we hope that the dividends of democracy will be felt by the people of Osun State and Nigerians.
And before we go, we can't forget the contribution of Davido.
Davido, yes. So the Adeleke family is actually a very popular family in Osun State.
The youth population.
Yes. He was able to sway them.
Yes.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Let's move away from the Osun State election and let's go to other stories. Atiku Abubakar, my very good friend, is in the news again. And as recorded on the Guardian newspaper, stop blaming past government for refineries woes. Atiku tells Tinubu. Now, according to this report, the former vice president, Atiku Abubakar, has accused President Bola Tinubu of shifting responsibility for Nigeria's troubled petroleum refineries to previous administrations, saying the current government must account for the billions of naira committed to the facilities under its watch. Meanwhile, Nigerians from different sectors of the economy have expressed different views over the federal government's plan to revive the state-owned refineries following Tinubu's assurance that the nation's refinery will resume operations. Now, he gave the assurance when he received the executive president of the Nigerian Union of Petroleum and Natural Gas Workers, NUPENG, Mr. Solomon Oladiti, and members of the union at the presidential villa in Abuja. Atiku, in a statement yesterday by Senior Special Assistant on Public Communication Frank Shaibu, said Tinubu's administration could no longer blame inherited liabilities after over 3 years in office. Ian called his criticism on financial figures contained in the records of the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, that's the NNPLC, which according to him showed that the combined obligation of the Port Harcourt, Warri and Kaduna refinery to NNPLC rose from about 4.52 trillion in 2023 to 8.67 trillion in 2024. Now, looking at this now, we know that the refinery issues it's even something they campaign with every 4 years. You know, refineries will work. During the last administration of President Buhari, yes, President Buhari, it seemed like the thing opened one eye and they closed it back again. And even in Tinubu's administration, it seemed the same thing happened. Now, my question is, Atiku Abubakar says that Tinubu's administration can no longer blame previous governments for the Nigeria's refineries. Do you agree with this statement?
Atiku Abubakar is right. Let me tell you something. You see that refinery is just political statement. How many months towards the next election, now refineries will work? It can't work. If it works, beautiful. All of us will enjoy it, but it can't work. Go and check what Bayo Ojulari said about those refineries. Google it, you will see what he said. It can't work. They are just political statements to make us feel that, Daniel is about to come to judgment. It can't work, Kunle. It's just political statement. Atiku is right. If you want it to work, 3 years, you are towards the tail end of your.
So is it like no administration can make this refinery work?
Kunle, when I said.
So Atiku that is criticizing the present administration, do you feel when he enters, he will not be able to fix the refineries?
He's saying what he's saying as an observer of what is going on in our country. We all have the same opinion. That's not going to work. Remember when they told us it worked? That they were pumping people. People living in that area came out and said it didn't work. How long will we continue to deceive ourselves? And you cannot continue blaming other administrations. What are you there to do? You knew there was a problem, and you came to solve the problem. If you can't solve it, then let another person come and solve it. But the issue is that refinery in Nigeria, look, Kunle, it can never work. It's a cesspool. So do you know how much Nigeria has committed into those refineries? Who has been brought to book to give account? How much we have spent on that refinery? Who has?
But those monies released.
Really? And what did we do with it? That's the question. It's a cesspool. It's a bottomless pit. You throw in money, nothing comes out. That's why Dangote is the only one now shining. So why are we telling Nigerians it will work. It's just like promising us that you can't build a dam in the desert when we know that there's no way you can do it. Not that they don't have the political will to do it. Not that the money.
It's not like it can't be done.
Not that it can't be done. No.
I mean, Dangote refinery is within Nigeria.
There is no problem that cannot be solved in Nigeria if there is a political will to do it.
So look, if an administration comes in and they are willing to do it,
they will do it.
So if President Bola Tinubu is promising that it's going to work, don't you think we should give him the chance?
Look at the time he's making that promise. Why didn't he make that promise at the exception of his administration? Look at the time. How many years to go? How many months to go? You are telling us, look, Kunle, when I was anyway.
Let us quickly take this final call before we go. Hello, good morning. What is your name? Where are you calling us from?
Good morning, West Radio.
Yes, your opinion very quickly, sir. We are pressed for time.
My name is George. I'm calling you from Olowu.
Mr. George, you have the floor.
If article says that the refinery, President Tinubu says the refinery will work, we should not doubt whether it will work or it will not work. When you expected that the Philippines that won that election this last weekend, didn't he win it? When I said that people should collect whatever they are giving to them and vote their mind, some people do not believe that if they do it, that they will succeed. They will even say that some of them will die. Let me tell you, it is clear that the devil will present before anybody before the person gets lost. If you stand on your ground and something will work for you, it will work. What makes somebody who come in to say is going to solve a problem not solving the problem? It's because they are all marching towards the same direction. Let them stand and make Nigeria work. This is just it. Who said that the refinery will not work? It will work. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your contribution, sir. Your last comment.
Kunle, if a refinery works for, I said if it works, it's good for all of us. But telling us that it will work at this point in time, when we have committed a humongous amount of money and they didn't work, they are all political statements.
All political statements, that is according to Chukwu Emeka. And that is all we can take on Perspective Unlimited this morning. We have actually over-exceeded our time. We have to give way for the sports gang to actually come and do their thing. Now, join us again tomorrow at the same time, the same dial on Wells Radio 89.3 FM for Perspective Unlimited. I would like to say thank you for everybody who's been a part of the show. And at this time, I'll be bowing out saying thank you very much for being a part of the show. Good morning and God bless you.
It's important information. The views expressed by the interviewee in this program are their own and do not necessarily reflect the views or opinions of Wells Radio 89.3 FM or its affiliated entities. Wells Radio 89.3 FM is committed to providing a platform for diverse perspectives and opinions, and the views expressed by guests on our programs are their personal viewpoints. Wells Radio 89.3 FM does not endorse or take responsibility for the content or opinions expressed by individual interviewees and callers. Thank you.
Tired of listening to the same old content? Tune in to Wells Radio 89.3 FM, the only radio other radio stations listen to.